I feel like when women get married, I feel like everyone's perception when you say if it is arranged marriage, then everyone has this image in their mind that, you know, you're getting dragged by like chains to like the person's house, but it's not like that really. But it, in a sense, kind of sometimes feels like that if you've not got a say in it, which, you know, in some families you don't. It's just, you know, you're marrying this person, and, you know, it's just kind of the kind of parents you've got, really. You know, fortunately we've got like quite accepting, like,
women are seen as property instead of like actual people, like especially in our religion, like boys are seen as more than girls, especially from like other women's views, like they're more important.
It's mostly women that say, you know, when they find out you don't have a son, or you have 3 daughters, you know, that they pray for a son for you, but, you know, it's like daughters aren't enough because they're going to leave one day, but that doesn't mean they stop caring.
Daughters would like daughters actually probably care more than sons, or like have that kind of connection with their parents that sons don't have, because they eventually do go away and get married, but sons like stay forever, or they may move out or whatever. But like girls are like have a lot of stuff to deal with, as well as like marriage and then going into another house, and it's kind of like restarting something, but like
having so much respect for your parents that you just choose to kind of just do as they say.
So you kind of like disregard your dreams.
Yeah, that's basically what I said.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Your teeth.
You got your teeth. So, how do you feel about that? Do you find it easy to kind of just rebel, or do you kind of feel torn that you want to be kind of normal and like your friends, like, you know, you're like, because we've been brought up in a religious household, but we're living in a modern society and we have friends. We have friends that.
But that's the thing, they don't understand, because
for them it's normal, whereas to us it's like, you know, they can go on a night out and, you know, drink and come back late and, you know, do whatever they want, whereas we're thinking my mum's gonna hit me with a chipper when I come in. It's like, you know, totally. our you know, we get kind of not lectured, but we get time slots, and we get, you know, like
curfews
time and just slots.
Not that like
we get curfew, like
to say you guys always follow it.
It's like, obviously like the parents kind of, you know, view as well, like they just, some parents don't care if their kids come in the house or not, like as long as, you know, they say, like, but, you know, our parents need
smell these things,
the kind of reassurance that we're okay. So, you know, if we do come in late and we've not, it's like it puts them in like a kind of,
get off me,
a bit of a hard place, because they want to shout at you because you came in late and you didn't text, and they were worried, but then at the same time they're happy that you're okay, kind of thing. So
do you view marriage as a sort of from a positive perspective, or kind of like you have to kind of go through with it and respect to your family, and as a way to show society that you're well brought up?
Well, I feel like if you actually do love the person, like, not saying you're not in love with them, but if you find a person that is, you know, suitable to, you know, for your parents and for yourself to marry, then it, you know, it doesn't feel so much as a duty to your religion and to your family and kind of thing. It just, although it does feel like you're leaving your family to become essentially another person, but it's, you know, if you do, you are leaving your family, and it does, you know, hurt you that, you know, you've grew up with all these people around you and now you have to go to a different house. I mean, you can visit and stuff, but
yeah,
why?
Like I would say, like,
because it's not talked about. It's
So do you feel like you have some sort of emotional connection, or it's relevant to us, or do you feel like you would want to talk about something like this if we were allowed to?
I feel like if I was going to do a project, it would be this, because, you know, it's not really talked about. I know not everyone is like this, and not everyone has, like, even Sikhs are, some Sikhs are different, but I think it's not in the media forefront, so no one really talks about it, that,
So, how do you feel about this sort of stereotype of, a daughter leaving her house and passed down as if she's like property, and going to like her husband's house to serve him and his in-laws, and not getting to kind of pursue her own dreams? And
when you kind of
being
say it like
something-
that, like it sounds like like she's a slave. Like,
yeah, I
to
know,
serve
but then
people.
that's like kind of what it feels like, does it not? Like, you're just getting ousted from your own house, getting taken away by a man to a different house, and you're just expected to serve and please your husband and his family. As they say, like, when you marry a man, you marry his family. And why are we like just told, like some girls we know, like, growing up, they're just housewives, or not getting to pursue what they want to be and getting to be something more than just that?
Like, it's just the way, like, it's also like, it's kind of hard to explain, like, because it's so, like, common, like, it's been like this for so long. It's been like this for so long, it's kind of like,
Passed down tradition.
yeah, basically, like, passed down to each generation, and it's just how everybody's views are the same because of what one person, like, it's because of, maybe you could say, because of our ancestors and, like, older people. This is the way we've been brought up because of what they decided to do back then.
And any kind of change is, seen as, like, taboo, like, you having I don't know, you living in your own house, or you not agreeing with certain things that, traditionalists feel like you should agree with, then it's seen as like, oh, she's like a bad one, or they're a bad family, or they don't respect anything just because they didn't.
So is that kind of seen, like, is that in relation to, like, for example, a daughter having her family's reputation in her head, or, as the saying goes, like, when a daughter's married, she's basically, her father's, like, sort of reputation, and as they
Anything
say,
that she does can
the
either
family name is
either, like, bring it up or tarnish it, kind of thing.
yeah.
And how do you feel about that much pressure? How do you feel of that much pressure of that, your whole family's reputation
That's a
in
lot.
your hands
It's
when
kind
you
of
go away somewhere else?
kind of like a lot of too much pressure, not even for a girl, if that was to be put upon a boy. Like, you could say it's like, I'd say, like, when you asked, like, if it's relevant, for us it is relevant, because we're like, when we talk to our grandparents about it, they always say that we don't have what you guys have now, so when we have kids, we'll say that to them, and then it just kind of, it's like a domino effect, that everybody wants what they can't have, but, like, what we want is, like even if
Sometimes
we
not
had
always
it,
the best.
yeah, or not enough, like, for our future generations, they'll say, oh, like, what we have now, what we think is good enough, if we were ever to get it, they'd be like, oh, that's not good enough for us, we want more, and then the next generation will be like, oh yeah, we want more than that. Like, it's just like, it would just pile up to such an extent, it won't follow the main, path that, like, it all started with, which I don't know, like, how it started, because that was, like, a really long time ago, but, like, from our generation, we could make a change, but, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm
Do you
trying to
feel
say?
like, as from, like, a female perspective, do you feel like it's more accepted to have these points of views, or do you feel like girls should still kind of know their place and not talk about it?
I feel like, especially in this day and age now, with the stuff going on with,
feminism and womanhood and stuff like that were, you know, now stronger than ever, because, you know, 50 years ago they, you know, it wasn't like this. The, you know, the role of the woman used to be in the kitchen or looking after the kids. So, you know, because, you know, especially in the media as well, the way women are being portrayed, it gives them a kind of, like, a stand to kind of be like, I'm not gonna just settle for okay or settle for what other people want. So they're trying to kind of, you know, get their own life and their own freedom and stuff like that, whether that's going against their in-laws or even their husband, their parents, you know, not going against, but not exactly listening, or, you know, thinking it's the best decision for them. But and also the kind of the whole marriage thing, and, you know, the way women feel about it, it's not put in the forefront of the media. It's seen as, you know,
So
happy married couples.
if you had the confidence and the confidence in the platform to
Reach out to all these girls.
would you reach out and talk to people, not just girls but everybody in our community about this? Would you have the guts to kind of talk this way, like how we're discussing it right now?
But that's the thing,
Yeah.
like with
Or would you feel like, no, it's not, I'd get in trouble for it, or no
but
one would
you couldn't-
understand?
You couldn't
No,
really.
I
though,
think
because
I think I would talk about it, because I feel it depends what kind of person you are. But you know, when you feel quite strongly about something, you're opinionated about it, I think you should speak out, because, you know, even if it is scary or even if people don't agree, it's still, you know, it's freedom of speech to an extent. I mean, you don't get to bash people, but, you know, it's, if you feel like you've got an opinion or a view and you want other people to hear it, then you should speak about it.
it's kind of hard to do that though, because we've been brought up to like respect elders, and if we
But
do
we're not-
no, but let me finish. If we do have something to say, we kind of have to think about how we would say it, or if it's the right thing to say. Like, we always have to think about, not just for maybe girls, like I don't know because I'm not a boy, but like for girls especially, you have to watch what you say to elders, and like they can often take it the wrong way or only see that their point is the right point. Like, even if you had your opinion, it might not matter to
Their
them.
word is the law.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, speak your opinion and stuff, but do it respectively. Like, don't, like I'm saying, don't bash people, or, you know, be disrespectful, and like, if you like, get your point across, but get it across respectively.
Yeah, like,
I would say it, because
right, respect aside, because
I would say, if I felt strongly about
because
it,
I feel right, respect for women is always in the question all the time.
yeah, if I felt strongly about it, then, you know, strongly enough about it, and thought, you know, that there isn't going to be a change unless I say something, because it always starts with, you know.
Do you feel angry with yourself when there's an opportunity? Because it still happens in our household, that, you know, that, like, our grandparents are quite old-fashioned. We have guests that come around that are really old-fashioned. Do you feel angry when you kind of go through with a sort of misogynistic sort of act?
I mean, I'll still maybe say something, but if I don't, like, when they don't get my point and they just kind of laugh it off, it does get me mad, because I think, well, why, like, you're just laughing because you think I'm saying it because I just want to rebel, or I'm just saying it because I think I'm smart, but I'm saying it because I feel strongly about it and I don't agree with what they're saying. I mean, if I've said it and they've got it in their mind now, I mean, they could laugh it off in that second, but, you know, they could go home and then think about what I've, you know, done or said, and think, well, why does she think that? And then they think about it, and maybe it changes their kind of perception or their view on it. So
It's kind of also like the beliefs and, like, you could say laws that we have to follow them, but like if in, like, you have your own beliefs as a person as well, like you have different beliefs, whether or not you agree with the, you know, the laws of, like, or the strict rules that you have in your religion.
Mm-hmm.
So like, even if you did believe something, is not always this, you're not going to always get a positive response to it, like, because other people have different views, or they're old fashioned and they've been brought up a certain way. Like by all means, give your beliefs and the values that you have in yourself, but they're not like, even if you were to say it, it might not change anything.
Yeah, but at least you said it and it's out there. I mean, if they choose to listen, then that's good on them, or if they don't choose to listen, then, you know.